There's been a lot written about character education recently, and we decided to just put together a bit of a rough and ready video here. A lot of people have been asking us about the A-level mindset and the way the system works, where it came from, how we operate it. So here we are on a little iPhone in an office, giving you a bit of a catch up on how that works.
Yes, so the idea started about 5-6 years ago, when we were first, as many heads of sixth form are, we were sat over the data looking at our student performance and trying to work out why it was that some students had done really well, exceeded the target grade, other students were underperforming, even ones we thought should have done much better. So we decided to launch our own bit of research within our context, look at our sixth form, and we looked at two groups of students we identified midway through the year. Martin looked at some students that were exceeding the target grade. I looked at a set of students who were underperforming. And we observed them for a period of time. We observed them in lessons. We collected as much data as we could on them. And then we went through a process of content analysis with all that data to try and work out what it was that was making the difference. And that's where the model started to emerge from.
Yeah, it became pretty clear straight away that there wasn't a very specific and precise link between cognition and performance at A-level. Some of Steve's underperforming group had tremendous, outstanding GCSE performance. Some of my group, the top performers, were pretty modest when it came to their GCSE results, but seemed to have kind of made a massive breakthrough as they began their A-level studies. In the end, it came down to character traits, behaviours, ways of organising and operating that seemed to distinguish between those students who were succeeding and those that were struggling.
So from that we ended up with a 5-part model, and those 5 elements are a student's vision, effort, systems, practice and their attitude. So what we'll do is we'll just give you a quick overview of what each one of those elements means. So first of all, vision. This is one that we found really important for students. Do they actually know why they're studying A-levels? Have they got a goal in the future that they're working towards? And we found that students who've got a very clear goal, who know what they're doing, are more likely to put the effort in and work hard. And students who are underperforming, quite obviously, for us anyway, usually have no idea why they're doing A-levels or have any goal for the future. So it's a good one to start working on initially.
Effort's pretty self-explanatory. There is a direct link between the amount of independent study students are doing and how successful they are. But we've looked very closely at the types of independent study students are engaging in. You can be quite reactive in your independent study, completing tasks set by teachers. Alternatively, what we've found is that more proactive students who are using their independent study time more creatively, are the ones who tend to perform better. And if you measure independent study, if you measure effort, as it were, in hours per week, there's also a very clear relationship between hard-working students doing well and underperforming students not working as hard as they should.
Next one is systems. Systems looks at, very specifically, we call it project management tools. So how does a student organise themselves, working towards what we think now are 4 big A-levels. It is possible to work through your GCSEs without having ever developed those skills or really needing them. And then suddenly at A-level you find that the workload has increased, you've got numerous projects that you're working on, but you've no way of organising your time, your systems, and you need some specific tools to help you. So what we've done is develop a number of tools and systems that help students with the performance.
P is for practice. We found that despite some students putting a large number of hours into independent study, a lot of effort in, the progress they're making isn't where we'd expect it to be, and it's often down to how they are spending their time. Broadly speaking, there's a distinction between students who work very comfortably in the zone of reinforcing content. The flashcards students, the students with gel pens, the students who endlessly retype or rewrite notes. And then there's a second group of students, and they're ones who engage in genuinely deep, purposeful practice, working on the edge of their ability, putting themselves under pressure, failing, reaching, and learning through feedback. So practice is a crucial element of the model.
And then finally, attitude, the one that you hear teachers mention a lot, student attitude towards the work. So we obviously include the ones that get a lot of mention in the media and the press at the moment. So looking at students' growth mindset, have they got a growth mindset towards the work that they're doing? Do they feel like that if they put the effort in, they'll be rewarded and they'll be able to cope with the work? Or have they got a fixed mindset and suddenly think that they've hit a ceiling and are not able to work past that? They've got a fixed mindset on the level of ability. And we're also looking at issues like resilience and how students cope with stress. We've got a lot of students who are now feeling, again, popular in the media, struggling to cope with emotional control. So we look at strategies that help students through the exam period.
And then crucially, we have developed, here we go, a series of tools and activities under each of the 5 headings, so that tutors, teachers, perhaps learning mentors and other members of staff in post-16 organisations can use these simple 15-minute learning activities to develop particular characteristics. So if you identify a student who's underperforming in terms of their vision or disorganised and their systems need work, we've designed a series of easy to use tools that are very practical, applicable, and give students strategies to significantly improve their performance in the areas that they need to. So that's the L11 mindset, that's how it works, and that's how it operates.